Okay, so we've got everything cleaned up. We've got our new oil seal in there. That's the new oil seal. And now we're going to go ahead with the installation of the rotary seal. And I have some tools over here. Specialty tools they want you to use as the installer. And this is your installer plate. And that just bolts up on your four mounting bolts for your water pump housing. And then you have this seal pusher. It looks like this. It sits in there and pushes that seal in. Here's your new rotary seal. Now they want you to set this on there on your shaft and start it with a flat washer and an M8 nut and push it on there. And then you set up your pusher and finish installing the seal. So once I get that set up and ready to start installing, I'll come back to the video. This is how I ended up taking out the old seal. This is how they recommend to do it. Just take a wood screw, tap it in there, and then you could just pull that oil seal right out. So let me get the seal started and the installer on, and then I'll come back to the video. So here's what it looks like once I got the seal pusher and everything on there. You got your 4 M8 screws. That's what I made up for spacers. They're supposed to be 2 3/4 inches long. We've got our seal in there started. You start that with the M8 nut and a flat washer. Just get it started. Don't push it all the way on. Then you put your pusher plate in there. And I'm going to go ahead and turn the bolt and push it in and get her seated up, and we'll come back. Okay, so we got our seal in there all installed. I got the installer off of it. You're gonna take your M8 nut that you started with and put it back on there with the washer. This part is very important. They call this the final adjustment on these water pump shaft seals. If you don't do this correctly, you will be doing the seal again. Ask me how I know. So, what you're going to do now is you're going to tighten that nut down until the, let me take it off, until the end of that seal is just flush with the end of those threads. See those threads? They're sitting in there. Got a little ways to go. So we're going to put that nut on there, slowly tighten it down just until this end of this seal is flush with the end of the threads. That's called your final adjustment. Once you do that, you should be able to pull that shaft in and out just slightly. They call that shaft play. You need to have a sufficient amount of shaft play the way these seals seal up in the back. Now, one thing that I didn't mention earlier is you're going to need to take your back seat out. You will be doing a lot of work from this angle here. A lot of work. So I'm going to pause this and do the final adjustment, and we'll get back to it. Well, we've got our final adjustment done. I'm taking the nut off so you can see how those threads and that end of that seal just sit flush. So you're going to have what they call play. See how it moves in and out? You're going to need to have that. If you do not have that, something has gone wrong. So I hope this video helps some of you guys out. There's another view. That's the angle you're going to be doing a lot of work from here, getting that seal out of there. Now the hard part's over. You just got to put it back together in reverse order that you took it apart.